Hey everybody, it's Becca. So listen, I need to get this message out. My guides have been absolutely, you know, poking at me to get this message out. Okay, this is not my message. This message is specifically from Spirit. Okay, and I need to give out this message. So these were the cards that came out the other day, and I told you all that Spirit gave me a very clear vision in my mind of what these cards were about and that I would need to address these cards. Um, and I put it off and I put it off. And again, they've they've been driving me crazy. They're like, you need to get this message out. You need to get this message out. So I'm like, all right, I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. So anyways, listen. Um, I posted a video about 2 months ago on the twin flame journey. It explains the stages, you know, that you go through, the purpose, all that good stuff. Now, I'm not going to go through all of that on this video, okay? Um, I will post a link to that video and you can go back and watch it. But one of the things that I say in that video is that your twin, what their biggest role in this whole journey, what their biggest role is to put you on your life path and your life purpose, right? I say that in that video. And Spirit is here to tell me that a lot of times this is getting overlooked. And Spirit wants everybody to know that this is very, very important. Okay? So, we understand that in the 5D world, we have a contract with our twin before we ever even come here to the 3D world, right? We know we have a contract with them. And in this contract, there are many, many things, all right? I'm sure, we have all signed some type of contract in our life before. And none of y'all can sit here and tell me that any of you have ever signed a contract that had only maybe one or two conditions, okay? When you get a contract, chances are you're going to get 10 pages worth of conditions, all right? So one of the things in our contract, I mean, we understand that in the contract, we we let each other know that we're going to come to earth and we're going to have these experiences. We're going to go through karmic cycles. We're going to learn lessons. We're going to go through enlightenment, that we're going to meet, but we're going to separate and that we'll come into union again. We understand that part of the contract, but there is another point to this contract that does not get talked about. And that part of the contract is service and mission. And this is the reason why these cards came out. So, there's a point in our contract that talks about service and mission, okay? And what is that? What is service and mission? Well, as we're going through these stages, there comes a point at the surrendering point when we surrender to the relationship. We are gaining our healing and our enlightenment, right? By this time, it's not going to be through the runner chaser. It's not going to be through the separation. It's not going to be when we met them. It's really going to come at the point that we surrender, that we realize that it was through our twin that, they put us on a life path and a life purpose. And for everybody, that path and that purpose is different. Most twins are light workers. They're healers. Okay? And it doesn't matter what kind of healing. All right, it can be anything. For 20 years, I was a massage therapist. So I've always been a healer, no matter, I've always been a healer, but some people will become Reiki masters, right? Some people will become card readers. Some people will get into crystal therapy, energy, exchange healings. There's so many different kind of ways to heal, okay? This is part of our service and mission, okay? But it is our twin who puts us on that path and purpose, okay? If your twin has not put you on your life purpose yet, if they have not put you on your path, then there is a big chance that they're not a twin and they could just be a soulmate, because your twin puts you on your life path and your purpose, all right? That's what they do. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Because when we find our path and our purpose, it doesn't just stop there, guys. We are supposed to go into service and mission with what we have learned through our healing, through our enlightenment. We're supposed to then service the collective. Then, after we service the collective, then we are to service humanity with what we have learned, all right? So, the twin flame purpose, all right, is to mold us into the type of person who is capable of embodying divine unconditional love. But first, for ourselves, then for the collective, then for humanity. It's when you surrender your desires to control or to create specific outcomes and learn to work in complete faith and unconditional love, you will grow as a person, which will help you to, use what you have learned for the collective consciousness. All right. So this is the reason why these cards came out. All right. So what we have is we have do what you love and express your joy. For instance, I'm a card reader. This is what I love to do. I love doing it. And when you do what you love, then you can never really vibrate on a low vibration, okay? Because it's through that joy and happiness of doing what you love that you're able to raise your vibrations, raise your frequencies, okay? Last week I was in a bad place. I took a few human days, okay? I did. I took a few days off of being a twin flame. Not really, but you know what I mean. I took a few human days to cry, to scream, to get upset. But I never suppressed my emotions, never. I let them out and I moved past it. See, I've learned from my healing, from my enlightenment. I've learned how to, transfer sadness and pain, get it out of my system and move on. It's something I've been able to execute now. Now I'm happy. I'm laughing, listening to music, just vibrating on a very, very high level. Okay. So, and the reason why is because I'm doing what I love. And it's through doing what I love and expressing that joy that I'm able to constantly vibrate on a high level. Okay. I'm able to keep my vibrations raised and my frequencies raised. Okay. But you don't learn that. You don't learn that right away. You have to surrender. You have to move into your life path. And you have to, service your mission. And when you service your mission and you're doing what you love, this is how you're able to constantly stay on a high vibration. And the thing is that, when you're called to be a twin flame, again, you're being called to a mission, all right? We become a tribe, all right? When we become this tribe, we are cooperating with other twin flames and other light workers, all right? There's a lot of twin flames who are strategically positioned all over the planet, and what they do is they support each other and distribute the light all over. Wherever they're positioned, they're spreading the light and the love, right? So in doing that, what happens is that they're able to reach more people. And when they, the more people that you reach, all right? And people call them different things. Some people call them starred seeds. Some people call them angelic beings. But basically what they're doing is they're helping raise the planet's, frequency, all right? Because twins, when they have become enlightened, all right, when twins become enlightened, they carry a very high frequency within them. And so then they want to go out and they want to service their mission, right? Connect with other twins, connect with the collective, and they want to spread They want to spread that love, that unconditional love. They want to help the collective how to raise their frequencies and their vibrations, right? It's an explosion of pure unconditional love. And in doing so, what it's doing is that it's taking away this darkness. Now you can reach a point where there's equal balance of darkness and light. Because that's basically what we want to do all in all, is that we want to find balance, right? We want to find balance. We want to bring balance to the world, right? So this is the reason why I feel, that Spirit left me these messages, because they wanted us to know that we are, as twins, we have a mission to service. All right. And here's the other thing to realize. Because I felt like, when Spirit gave me this message, I said, well, Spirit, being a twin flame, we kind of already know this. So I asked Spirit, I asked my guides, why do I need to, speak about this now? Because we kind of already all know this. And Spirit told me that it is something that kind of gets overlooked. But the other reason is because we have to understand something. There are now teenagers who are becoming adults, okay? The new generation, they're now coming in to the calling. See, we've already been there, right? We've already been there. But there's a new generation that's moving into this journey now. And so we need to reach them, because they're just coming onto the journey. Okay. So it's our duty and our obligation to make sure that these messages get across. In fact, I want to say when I read this card, it actually said something about that. In fact, let me see. I have the book here. Okay, it says, your gentle spirit is radiating light and love to the world as you embrace the true meaning of who you are. Absolutely. When we, come into our life purpose and path, we're realizing who we are, okay? A divine child of the universe. You're recuperating from the negative and unconscious energies of the 5 sensory world. The 5 sensory world is 5D, right? And accepting your divine bright light. It's igniting the fire of passion in your soul and placing joy in your heart. Your divine energy is calling you to allow the divine inner child in you to take over and lead your life. Recapture the spirit of curiosity and play and let your spontaneous self guide you. The divine invitation is this: see the world with fresh eyes, discover what's beautiful, entertaining, delightful, and fun, and then go after it without restraint. You're being appointed to serve as a role model for the new millennium. Wow, I just said that. Discover what's beautiful, entertaining, delightful, and fun, and then go after it without restraint. You're being appointed to serve as a role model for the new millennium by demonstrating that suffering and self-denial are not normally superior choices. Let the world feel your joy, for it's contagious and it lifts all whom you touch. Absolutely. That's exactly what that is saying. It is saying that we are supposed to go into our mission, into our life purpose, our path, and we are supposed to spread it. This is the reason why twins are now going all across the world, setting up portals. And they're spreading this. Listen, this is the word. You have the Bible that spreads the word. Well, being on this twin flame journey, we have our own contract. We have our own words, right? We have our own obligations and duties. And we are supposed to be servicing that mission. Okay, it's a mission. And we're supposed to be servicing this. If you are not doing that as a twin, I don't want to say that you'll never come into union. However, it is a contract, guys. It's a contract. This is the reason why we readers are on this mission. We're servicing to the collective. This is what we're doing. It's our job, it's our obligation and our duty as a twin to do that. That's why we readers are doing it, right? It doesn't mean that you have to be a reader. Like I said, it can be any kind of healing, all right? It can be Reiki, be a Reiki master, be a massage therapist, learn crystals. It doesn't matter. As long as you are in your life purpose and you're spreading it to the collective, that's all that matters. All right? And that's something that gets overlooked so much. We are supposed to go into service. It's a mission. We are supposed to go into service and mission. So I asked Spirit, I said, okay. So I'm going to deliver this message. I'm going to deliver this message because it is something that does get overlooked a bit. Because we get caught up in the excitement of the predictions and what's going on, with the divine masculine, with the divine feminine, with the karmic. We get caught up in that. But there is a mission, and we have to service that mission. So I told Spirit, I said, okay, all right. So how do we do this? And if we do it, what's going to happen? So first, I pulled some affirmations and I said, Spirit, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? So Spirit told me, I choose to see each obstacle and face an opportunity to grow. I choose to see each obstacle I face as an opportunity to grow. I said that wrong. Okay. So you need to take the obstacles, face them, and use it as an opportunity to grow. The second one, Spirit said, was creative energy surges through me and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. Absolutely. That's what happened with me. When I went through my awakening, all of a sudden I had all these new brilliant ideas. I had so much energy that was surging through me. And I told myself, I'm going to learn how to be a card reader. I'm going to allow myself so many months to learn. Then I'm going to allow myself so many months to do an internship for myself, which I did. On Facebook, I was giving free readings on a free page. I was giving free readings for several months. And then when I felt ready, I knew I would create my own YouTube page. I had all these brilliant ideas because I had so much energy, because I chose to face these obstacles and use it as an opportunity to grow. And so I did. I had all these brilliant ideas. And then once I had those brilliant ideas, I have the power, wisdom, motivation, inspiration, and passion to accomplish everything I chose. And I did. Everything, all those ideas that I had, I accomplished them. I did. So I asked Spirit, I said, okay, so we do this. What's the gift? What's the gift? I got the world. And we all know that the world is about endings so that something else can begin. So Spirit told me, if we do this, we do our mission, and we service that mission, and we do the work, then Spirit is going to look at it as a job well done. Give us joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path toward enlightenment. But then Spirit didn't stop there. Spirit gave me the star. Spirit said, happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. You see, once you do find your path, it then becomes very long-term. You don't just do it for a little while. You have to continue to do it. And you'll be happy doing it. Because when you're doing what you love, you then express your joy. And that's exactly what I've done. Like I said, last week I was very hurt. But, I did what I had to do. I mourned it. I released the energy. And this week I've been happy doing what I love, communicating with all of you. And then I'm expressing that joy. It's keeping me at a very high vibration, right? And so this is the reason, Spirit is saying that, we'll be positive, we'll be optimistic, in our long-term plans, on the right path. And we'll just continue to have happy times, expressing our joy. But then Spirit Then Spirit said, but I'm not done there. I'm not done there, Beck. I still have a few more messages for you. You do all that work. You start servicing your mission. I'm going to see it as a job well done. I'm going to give you enlightenment. I'm going to bring you happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans for you on the right path. But then, I'm going to give you a renewal. I'm going to review and I'm going to evaluate everything that you've done. And if I see a favorable assessment of those facts, then time to move forward in a new direction. So renewal is judgment, and we know that judgment is a second chance, a rebirth, a renewal. But look at this picture. You see a man and a woman and a family. Spirit is saying, you do all that work, and I'm going to give you a new direction in union with your twin. But then I'm not even going to stop there. Once I give you back your twin, because you've serviced your mission and you've done all these things and you've learned and you've seen enlightenment, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to give you the Ace of Earth. An overflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. You see, here's the thing. When we start servicing our mission on our path and purpose, then we do see the inflow of abundance. We will start to make money. Some of us will start new business ventures, important documents and contracts. I feel like, that important documents or contracts, I feel like that contracts is saying, listen, this is part of our contract and we need to do it. And if we do it, this is all what we're going to get. We will get our twin back and we will see abundance. You see, I've always had this theory. I remember I told I told my husband a long time ago, I said, listen, if it's one thing that I know is that if me and you ever, do come back into union, me and you are going to be abundant. That's just something that I've always felt. Being a twin, being on this journey, I've always felt like, the divine and the universe is going to reward us with abundance if we fulfill our contract, if we fulfill our journey, because it is a hard journey. We are in the trenches when we go through separation. We are in the trenches and we have to crawl our way out of the trenches. We have to crawl our way out and we have to find our own enlightenment. And we have to bring ourselves out of that energy, that low vibration energy, and we have to raise that vibration and to learn to express our joy by doing what we love, by servicing the collective, by servicing the twin flame, fellow twin flamers, the collective, but then humanity as well. See, that's the whole purpose of this twin flame journey that people don't understand, is that, it may start with fellow twin flamers in the collective. But the thing is that the divine really wants us to reach as many people as we want, humanity in general, to bring balance between good and bad, to raise our vibrations so that we can start getting rid of all the bad energies, all the bad things that people do in life. And that is the reason why we are put here on this earth, so that we can bring that balance. It's our job, it's our duty, it's our obligation. And if we want to see union, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to service our mission. It's time to come into our life's purpose, our life path, and service that mission to the collective and to humanity. So, and if we can do that, we're going to see abundance. We're going to see union again. We're going to see new beginnings. We're going to get rid of the old and see the new. Because we're healed. The star is about healing, and we'll see happy times, and we'll be positive and optimistic. long term, on the right path. Spirit was very, very clear. I was like, man, Spirit, you're giving me all major arcanas here. Gave me one minor arcana, and it was the Ace of Earth. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. And I shuffled. I mean, I didn't do it on camera because, I just didn't have the time. But it was very clear what Spirit wanted me to relate. Very, very clear what Spirit wanted me to relate. And listen, this here, like I said, there's a new millennium coming. For those of us that have already been on this journey, there's a new millennium coming, a new era of twin flame collective that's coming. And it's time for us to start learning and teaching them. Because that's what our duty and our obligation is to teach the new millennium coming in, the new era, the new generations that's coming in. This is why we have to go into service and mission. Because we have to continue. We have to continue to show our knowledge to the new generations that are coming in. So, again, this is not my message. This message is from my guides. This message is from Spirit. And this message is for all of us to get on our life path and to service the mission of that purpose so that we can reap the rewards that Spirit has for us in doing so. So, and again, when I saw these cards, I knew exactly what it was. And that's just something that kind of gets overlooked. A lot of people don't talk about the mission. A lot of people don't talk about how we need to service that mission. And that is the reason why Spirit called me today to give this message to you all. So, everybody, figure out what your life path is, get on that purpose, service your mission, and the faster that you can do that, the faster that you will be able to always express your joy by doing what you love. And as always, if you have questions, I have answers, and we'll talk to you all soon. Bye.